you guys? It's Z here from Zanita the Work at Home Mama at zthewham.com, and today I'm so excited because we are going to be creating a DIY wreath for Resurrection Day. This wreath does require quite a bit of materials, which I'll leave in the description below. So if you have younger kids like myself, 3 and 5-year-olds, it's probably not the best project to do with them, but you can still tell them the story of Jesus along the way. So this is probably good for a preteen or teenager to do from home as a family, which would be awesome. Also, I created an article about kids' crafts and activities, Christian kids' crafts and activities that you can do for Resurrection Day. So I have some stuff on there where it came from multiple blog owners who have written their own blog posts, and so I figured I would put it together for you all, and you just decide which activity you want to do for Resurrection Day. And a lot of those are really simple ones. So if you're not into, again, the super DIY craftsy things like that, I think you'll find that article pretty helpful. So I'll leave that below. So let's get started. So here are some of the materials you will need. I'm not going to list them off here because I did forget a couple of things in this picture, but I will go ahead and leave that in the description below. Here's the type of stain I used in color Early American. You can use whatever color you desire. I just really like how this color turns out. And so I used a plastic spoon to mix it up before I painted my wood cross. A small paintbrush to make sure I got all the little corners in between, and this is how it turned out. I love the colors. And so the first thing we're going to do is get our wreath and our twine and tie a knot on the back side of it. So here's an example of how I started my wreath, and I'm just going to show you how I wrap it around the wreath. So you want it to be pretty snug up against the wreath. You want your twine to touch each other, of course. Try not to leave any gaps if possible. I did not cut a long piece of twine. I decided to keep it in the skein so that I could easily just wrap it around the wreath as you see me doing here. And I just knew I was gonna tangle it up if I decided to cut a long piece. So this technique worked out best for me, and I think it'll be good for you as well. So yeah, I just wrap it around, and I'm gonna complete this and come back and show you how it looks. Okay, so here we are at the end of the wreath, and I'm gonna show you how I finish it off. So just find a gap in between the wreath and pull it to the back. You may have some small slits in between. Don't worry about that. Your flowers will cover it up. But go ahead and find that piece that we made a knot from the beginning and cut the twine. And I'm gonna weave the piece that we just cut underneath another piece of twine and tie it to that knot that we made in the beginning, just to secure it. So just tie a little knot. Doesn't have to be super tight. It won't come off and no one's gonna see it. It's on the back, so pretty hidden. Just like that. And our wreath is complete with our twine wrapped around. This probably will take you a day or less, of course, to do this wreath. It took me a couple days because I have kids. But anyway, so go ahead and get your burlap and measure about 8.5 inches in length and maybe about 1.5 inches in width. So now I cut my flower about 1/2 inch to put on top of my burlap, just as an accent. You don't have to do burlap. I did it last minute. That's why it wasn't in my pictures in the beginning. I kind of just like had my creative juices flowing and was like, hey, this would be cute with burlap. So yeah, I kind of added the burlap in last minute. You don't have to. Get creative, do however you think will look best for your wreath. But get your hole puncher and punch a hole in the middle. Yes, you will need to put some muscle into this. I, for some reason, thought it was going to be super easy, but yeah, I had to use both my hands to punch that hole in that burlap. Got it done though. Yay, mommy. So now just put your flower through, get your glue gun, and glue both sides of your burlap down. And again, this piece of burlap is about 8.5 inches in length and about 1.5 inches in width, but you can measure and just see what looks best for your wreath. You may have a smaller or bigger wreath than I have. Go ahead and glue down the other side with your glue gun, your hot glue gun. And you don't need that much glue, it sticks pretty well. Hold it down for a couple of seconds just so it sticks. So get the stem part. You want that to go in between your twine and push it down as best as you can, and go ahead and do that all the way around. You can do it as close or as far apart as you want. I didn't do that many flowers, but I'll show you how it looks here. So I used about 6 flowers all together, and I just like the separation because I did want to see the twine. So go ahead and cut about 8.5 inches of twine just to put in between your cross hook. So make sure you get a cross that has a hook or a loop in the wood so that you can hang it. And I'm just gonna hot glue this down. You could weave it in between the twine and make a knot as well, but hot glue is so quick and easy to do, so I'll show you how I did that in a second. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue at the ends to secure it and make it a complete circle. I did end up turning the entire twine the other way around so that the loop looked best on the other side, if that makes sense. So that part that I just glued, that is now on the side where the cross is. You'll see that in the next clip. So go ahead and glue down your twine hook, if you will, for your cross. And I did one side here, but I'm going to show you how I did my other side. Very simple, just a little bit of glue and then hold it down for firmness, with a little firmness, and it'll stick just fine. And so now you can see how the loop is not the side that I glued together, but I flipped it around on the other side so that it looks best. Oh my gosh, I'm loving how it looks. I really love the light springy colors, and you guys go ahead and use whatever color flowers you want. But now it's time to get our pencil and our Sharpie. So I practiced writing "He is risen" with my pencil first so I could erase if I messed up, and then I used my Sharpie. Now I'm going to use my burner pencil. If you don't want to use a burner pencil, you do not have to. You can get a white or black Sharpie marker and that'll do just fine. But if you do use a burner pencil, don't go past the plastic part. You will burn your finger. I have learned my lesson in that. So here's how it turned out, and I really love how it looks. I may play around next year and try it in white, but this is the complete look. I absolutely love it. This was on my front door. My front door is black, so it kind of stood out pretty nice with the white flowers. And yeah, this is the finished result. I hope you enjoyed this DIY Easter Wreath Cross. And please like, share, and subscribe to this video, to my channel if you liked it. And hit the bell so you can get notifications when I post more videos. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.